It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching Terrell Bernard, who's now up to 60 tackles after last week's game. It's the Steelers and the Bengals coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Holtz. Or should I say... about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
On the ground, it's the rookie who played in-state over in Columbus. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Murray on third down. He's got his man. That's Olave. 14 on the pickup. That's a Steeler first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They go play action for Murray. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He'll take off again.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
He'll run again. And he'll be taken down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Working out of the gun, Murray. He pulls it in around the 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
That's to Kincaid once again. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board? Because
he slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Steelers. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, we're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
A huge play there for the Bengals. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg, it's Minshew. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. The shotgun, a throw from Minshew. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with White. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
To the air on 3rd down, it's Minshew. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Bengals are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Play action. It's Murray. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. 3rd and a yard. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On 3rd and 1, it's Murray. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. 2nd down, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Up the middle they go. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. And he's not going to get away. They'll stop him back at the 3.
It feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way.
A 2nd effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Steelers extend their advantage to 14-3. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And he works his way through an opening, up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the give, and now it's... Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
To return, it's Nixon. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They go play action with Murray. Off he goes.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught, left side, it's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now it's Murray. Off-balance throw. It's complete. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Play action now. It's Murray. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Steelers.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. That's taken in by Jennings. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
To the tight end, Likely.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll set up the screen to White. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. They'll try and throw with Minshew. This one intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Steelers stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll find his running back, White. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Minshew. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin with a couple of cellar dwellers from a season ago. The Jets on the road at Cleveland. And it's the home team who are out in front. Will Levis with a couple of touchdown passes there. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Caleb Williams, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Bucky Irving with a touchdown run. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Minshew. Here's a screen taken in by Algier.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. To the air on third down, it's Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Olave is the motion man. Murray now on 2nd down. A toss left side caught by his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now a give on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Left side into the hands of Olave.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front, the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler first down. They go play action for Murray. Catch made right side by Wilson.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's going nowhere. It'll lose yardage on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On third down, Murray. A throw on the move is caught. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Pass is caught by Olave. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second down, Murray.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Murray on third down. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Algier. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they'll get him down for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. 11 yards on the connection there. It's a Cincinnati first down. A give up the middle to Algier. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Higgins sent in motion. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That complete to Algier.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Minshew gonna look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down. Minshew out of the pistol here. Brought in by the tight end, Hayden Hurst with the catch. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. Open man is Jennings.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Trying the left side, here's White. And he'll get about halfway there. It's a gain of 2, down to the 2. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with White. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Back is Minshew. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Murray from his own end zone. This one on target to Olave. 2nd down and 8. Now a give up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, it's White. So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Minshew. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Minshew going to look to throw again. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Steelers offense ready for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Murray. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He will have a Steelers first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A handoff as they try to run it here. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. And it is a season sweep for them.